And we're back. I just want to take maybe 1 or 2 minutes. This video is going to be super short. And just go over skill check 3. That way you have the answers for that. And then we'll get you going on the homework, which is really the rest of this page except for numbers 28 through 31. So I'll go over the directions pretty shortly. But let's do skill check box number 3. It says, identify the quadrant or axis containing each point. Now, we left off the video, some may be an x-axis or a y-axis, because if you ever see a 0 as one of the coordinates, it's going to be an axis. Now, notice the 0 is in the x position, and look what axis it's on, the y-axis. So if the 0 is in the x position, it's going to be the y-axis, and if the 0 is in the y position, it's going to be the x-axis, and we'll see a good example of that. But notice, if we were to plot the point 3, -2, we would go 3, then down to -2, and notice which coordinate that's in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's in quadrant 4. That's number 1. Number 2 is 0 doesn't go anywhere on the x, but then goes up to 4, so it's on the y-axis. So this point would be on the y-axis. Letter C, 1, 6. So we go over to +1 up to 6. This point is in the first quadrant. And then letter D, we have -3, -1. So let's go over to -3. We go down to -1. It is in the third quadrant. So that's your only answers. For me, you don't have to put the word quadrant, and you don't have to use Roman numerals. If you just want to put the 1, 2, 3, or 4 as your answer, that's fine. I'll understand. Because it says give the quadrant. Now, if it's an axis, I would like you to put either x-axis or y-axis as your answer. You could put x or y, that's fine. Either one. So you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, x or y. So for homework, you're going to do this page, all of the questions except for 28 through 31. So for numbers 1 through 12, you're going to write the ordered pairs for each point. So for point A, you're going to reference this coordinate plane. So some people say graph. You'll notice on the homework I said use the same graph or coordinate plane. This right here where you see the x-axis and the y-axis is the coordinate plane. That's what we call the coordinate plane. So for 1 through 12, you're going to use this coordinate plane. For number 13 through 18, you're going to use this same coordinate plane as well. So these letters will be used for 1 through 18. Okay? But for the B exercise, starting with number 19, it says graph and label each of the following points on the same coordinate plane. So what I would do on your homework is I would write or draw a coordinate plane. This is why graph paper, I put on the assignment, graph paper is the best. I would draw a coordinate plane, and if you look at the numbers, the highest number we see, let's look at the biggest x. There's a 5, there's a -5. So if you make your marks to go 6, just like I've drawn, where 6 is the highest here, 6 is here, 6 is here, or -6 here, -6 here, then you will be able to get all of these points on, because the highest x is 5, the lowest x is, the lowest x is -5, and the highest y is 5, and it looks like the lowest y is -5. So if you draw this, then you'll be able to put all of these points, 19 through 27, on here. Now, whenever you graph 19, whenever you put a dot, wherever it is, you put that dot, and then right next to the dot, write the letter R. Very similar to what we see up here in the graph. Okay? Skip numbers 18 through 31. If you'd like to do those, you can. I would add them to the bottom if you want to do some extra work. But then 32 through 37 is required. It says identify the quadrant or axis. So for number 32, you can look at your graph and say, okay, where would -4, 8 be? But all your answer will be is either first, second, third, fourth, x-axis, y-axis. It's one of those 6 answers. So that's all you have to put for number 32 through 37. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, message me, call me, and I will do my best to help you. Miss you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day.